banning, and you're putting teeth into the ordinance. I felt like some of the STR owners, that a lot of them were draconian, and I don't know if the attorney is still here, but the letter she wrote I thought was spot on. They talked about, where am I? I take so many notes, I have it probably on page 20 by now. I'll start with, they said ones and twos. I'm just going to go for the fire safety now. I'll start at the back. And they don't ask, and I even talked to the fire chief a couple of days ago. Nobody asks a single family, to put sprinklers up. I think that's very expensive, and nobody asked to put doors. And as people said, a lot of these houses, the ranch houses, and their bedrooms actually front the street. And if you start putting doors up there, it's going to look so junky. It's just unbelievable. If it's a ranch house, I'm sure you can figure out, as long as there's signs, there's a fire, there's 4.5 hours, there's extinguishers and things like that for fire and safety. I think that's just plenty. I live in a 4-bedroom house. I could have 10 people in there myself, but I never would. Don't worry about it, because we have offices and things, and I wouldn't know what to do with 10 people. But I would not want to be forced to put sprinklers in my house. I mean, we've got the smoke alarms and we've got everything that's required. But I think that is draconian. And I think that the M&M violation, I will be supporting this ban. In fact, I'll make the motion to support it, with the caveat that the changes that I've suggested are included.
Maybe if you could state what those changes are.
Changes are changing the hours from 10 to 8, reducing the occupancy only by 10%. The minor, there has to be 4, I think the STR said 4 minors.
Right. Currently it's 2. They'd like it to be increased to 4.
And I think 2 seems to be a little harsh. I would go to 3 majors for revocation. And I take out the fire, because even though they have an 18-month time to go over it, especially the doors, it's going to change the whole appearance. The aesthetics are not going to be there. These people put pictures in and rent them out, and people go with the aesthetics. I don't think a homeowner would want to put extra doors in front of their house, and that's structural improvements, which is going to be extremely expensive. So I definitely would get rid of that. The sprinkler system, if Randy's really adamant about it, and they have 18 months maybe. But were any of the other?
If you would like, the fire chief, I'm sure, would be happy to address why he's asking for sprinklers, and why he views an STR as not analogous to a regular single-family home.
Well, I know it's not the same as a regular single-family home, but I just couldn't support, sorry, Randy, I can't support the doors, because it doesn't make any sense, and it's going to be vastly, vastly expensive. I don't care if they have 18 months to amortize it. It's very expensive.
True. Mayor Pro Tem, just for clarification, I know we've thrown a lot of information at you tonight with regard to these ordinances, but one of the modifications we did show was a change to that exiting requirement, which greatly reduces its burden on the operator.
Okay, so the doors are gone.
They're not gone, but the effect of it would be only if you have non-ambulatory occupants would you need to do it, and only in 1 bedroom. And okay, many of those bedrooms already have a sliding glass door, we believe, which would satisfy that requirement.
Okay, in that case, I give up that.
So we'll scratch that off your list.
Scratch it off
Okay.
the list. But the other ones stand. So that's my amended motion.